So, Erin, congratulations, named new Ireland captain. I suppose, can you do your best to sum up what that feeling is like?
Yeah, no, it's definitely really hard to put into words the feeling of getting to captain my country. I know I was already so honoured to play on this team, and to captain it, it's, to be honest, really hard to put into words. I definitely was very pleasantly surprised, and can't wait to get cracking. It's an absolute honour for me and my family for where I'm from, and yeah, I can't wait to do the country proud and to do, the girls really proud.
Can you talk us through how you found out about it? Was it a private call from Scott? Was it in front of the team?
Yeah, no, I found out. I was in the gym, kind of rehabbing actually, and got a tap on the shoulder from Scott, and he just said, "I want to show you something upstairs, just a quick 5 minutes." And in my head, I was like, I wonder if this is a clip from the game or what is it? And yeah, I kind of went up, and he didn't really wait around, and yeah, he said it straight out and just said, "I want you to captain Ireland, to captain your country." And yeah, I think he said he had goosebumps telling me, and I had goosebumps when he asked, and I gave him a big hug and obviously accepted it. And yeah, it's a moment I'll never forget, and a moment that I'm so proud of. And I've worked really hard this past year, but I would have never imagined this would have came of it. But it's a job that I think I'm fully capable of, and I can't wait to get going.
Considering the injury you had, which you just mentioned there, and the long rehab period, the fact that you missed a World Cup, and the fact that you're still relatively new into your international career, when you combine all of those things together, just how great of a vote of confidence is that in you personally?
Yeah, like I said, I definitely wasn't expecting it. I was pleasantly surprised, but I really think I'm fully capable to do the job, and I really can't wait. This is amazing team, and I'm so lucky to get to captain them. I think we will do special things, and I have so much passion and so much energy, and I'm obviously very fresh and ready to get stuck in. I've been training for the last few months, and training's been going really well, so I can't really complain. And when Scott told me I wouldn't be someone to speak too much off pitch, but I would probably be someone that leads by example, and I take pride in that, and being the first to the line, having that energy, and giving that energy to the girls. And I have so much to give, and I have learned so much in the past year about myself, about the girls, about having a new perspective. I have so much gratitude, and I just want to embody that when I play, and now bring that to the girls and bring that passion and that energy, because I do really think this group of girls is so capable of doing amazing things. Even in the Six Nations coming, it's going to be a historical one. We're playing in some of the biggest stadiums in the world, and I can't wait to get cracking.
You've obviously had some excellent captains over the last few years in this team, with Adele McMahon, Sam Monaghan, co-captains, and Amy Lee when she's had to step in when either of those have been unavailable. This is obviously a very young team at heart, though, as well. There's so many players coming through. Do you think, being one of that kind of young crop as well, it kind of sends a message about there's a real long-term strategy coming ahead?
Yeah, 100%. I'm so lucky that I've been captained by such great role models who will be there for me. I have a great leadership team around me, and I've learned so much off Sam and Tricky in the past year and a half, 2 years that I've been captained by them. And then prior to that, Lucy Mulhall was my sevens captain, and them girls I already looked up to so much, and I even do more so now. They're so inspiring, and if I can be half the captain that they were, I'll be delighted. And I just want to inspire the girls every day. And it's the start of a new cycle. I might only be 22, but by the next World Cup I'll be 26, and we're a tight group, and we want to keep that tight group, and we want to build relationships and everything over these next 4 years, and go to that next World Cup and win it. Like, I don't see why not, and we have so much belief in this team, and if we can all buy into that one common goal, and I can get the girls to buy into me and follow me and inspire them when we're out on pitch, even when we're in the gym, any little thing, I have the best interest of this team, and I'll always put my best foot forward for this team.
You did say a couple of minutes ago you're maybe a little bit quieter on the pitch compared to other players, and maybe kind of a lead by example captain more so. Is it something you've given thought about, the kind of captain you're going to be? Or are you going, every now and again, are you going to think, what, I might have to start slapping a few footballs off the wall here, get a little bit amped up?
Yeah, I definitely be someone pre-match that's whacking my head around against the wall. definitely swear a little bit too much probably and things like that, but yeah, I love getting fired up. I love getting the girls fired up. You know, I have so much energy. I probably do talk on pitch, you know, and it's probably off pitch where I'm a little bit quieter, but you know, I have some great vice captains and a support team around me that, you know, can do them bits. You know, I'm not going to be perfect, but I think I'll build into the role, and I have a great relationship with the girls and a great relationship with Scott, so that really helps. And the culture of this team is already amazing. You know, Tricky and Sam have done such an amazing job with them. It's kind of easy for me to take over, and I'll always have them to lean on. But yeah, I think out on pitch naturally I am a bit of a leader, and I try amp the girls up, and I try set standards, and that's just the person I am, and hopefully the girls buy into it and we can, you know, do some amazing things.
Even if you weren't named captain, just how special is it to be back in the training kit, back involved with this team after the 9 months you've had?
Yeah, I mean, I've spoken about it a little bit. There was a time I didn't know if I'd ever play again, so it's given me a really new perspective on life and made me really grateful to be here, to be able to train even. You know, there's a while that I thought I was going to have to become a boxer or a rower or something like that. So yeah, it's changed my mindset completely, and every single time I get the opportunity to run around or, you know, get ball in hand, I'll put 100% into it, because you never know when the last time you're going to get to wear the jersey is. You never know when's the last time you're going to get to train is, so why not put 110% in every single time you step out there? And I just want to embody that when I play, embody that every time I'm on the pitch, and try bring that to the girls, and try bring, you know, raise the standards every single time we train, you know, make it competitive, you know. We've got a big group of girls, and it's only getting, you know, harder and harder to make them match day squads, so I think that's a positive thing, because training's just getting more and more competitive, and I think, you know, we're one of the best teams in the world, and we're going to show that at the Six Nations.
Can you just talk us through the actual injury itself, because it does appear like it was very, very complicated and unusual. As you said, there were times during the process where you didn't think you would play again, but I saw an interview with you back in October where you were hoping to be back by February, and in the end you've kind of ended up being 4 weeks ahead of that schedule. Can you just talk us through the extent of that, because it does seem like it was a little bit of an unknown for everyone involved? Yeah,
so I actually took a big chunk of cartilage, it sounds really gruesome, off the back of my kneecap, which they haven't really seen too much before, so I got a big surgery done. I got like microfracturing done, and collagen out of a pig actually put on my knee, which is very weird, and then I was in a knee brace locked straight for 12 weeks, which was miserable, as you can probably imagine. And you know, the girls rallied around me during that time, which I'm so lucky for, and I'll forever be grateful for. And then then it was a bit uncertain. I couldn't get range back in my knee for a long time, and the surgeons weren't really sure, and you know, they'd heard of other people that had similar and didn't make it back, and you know, I was hearing just different things, and no one really fully knew what the story was. And you know, I'm lucky that the physios I had at the time, Aoife Healy and Ed Meas, they really helped me, and they got me back running, and then gave me the confidence to get back on pitch. And then Mark Beggs started with us in October and really helped me, and he gave me that confidence that I can make it back and that I will be the player I was before. And I think that was my biggest worry. I love playing with intent and passion, and if I wasn't able to play like that, I don't think I would have wanted to play. So things have been going really good, and training's been going really good for me. So as long as I guess I keep improving, I'm very lucky that it all worked out. And you know, I did put in the work. I was in here probably every single day since I'd done the injury, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I wanted to leave no stone unturned. Even if I didn't make it back, at least I did everything I could to. So luckily I'm on the good side of it. How much of a motivator was it to get back when you were seeing what all the girls were doing over in England in September? Oh my God, massive. The girls did an amazing job. I'd be lying if I said I would have rather been there than here, but yeah, they did an amazing job, and they stuck it to the best teams in the world, and that's just a glimpse, I think, of what we can do. Like, we do have even more to give, and we're only getting better and better. And yeah, they're so inspiring. The whole World Cup was so inspiring. It really put women's rugby on the map, and especially in Ireland, like, we talk about our green wave and how it's growing, and you know, we're getting to play in the Aviva, and hopefully we'll sell a lot of tickets for that game, and it's just so exciting. And I think the trajectory of women's rugby is just going up and up, and even in Ireland, more and more girls are playing. We're hearing girls, when I was at home during the World Cup, I was getting to see the other side of it and seeing how excited people got about women's rugby, which was lovely to see. And I did just sit and imagine myself back in that green jersey and doing everything I could to be back in it and back out having the crack with the girls.
And just finally then on that game against Scotland later on in the Six Nations, the standalone game at the Aviva Stadium, how much are you looking forward to the campaign as a whole, but I mean also specifically that day?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a historical campaign. We're playing in Twickenham to start off with, and then finishing with the Aviva. I don't think we can complain about that. Two of the biggest stadiums in the world. Just like I said, shows you how big our green wave is getting and how many people are getting on board with us. And if we, commit to putting on performances for you like we have been, I don't see why people shouldn't come and see us play. Like we're one of the best teams in the world, and we will put in performances. And it's so exciting. There's so many young new girls coming through that are just unreal. So yeah, I can't wait to play in the Aviva. I think it's going to be a really special day for us, our families, for the country, and for all our fans.